grab my bow tie. Smoking my whole life, my whole life. Grab my bow tie. Smoking my whole life, my whole life. You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Runners on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My cold cabinet, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jits. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably food in this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s, we see in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making a hot hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. And kid, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life.
Baby, no listen to no fake news, them can't. Could do all it out and them never fake news. Notice I just be a bad bitch, I get forward from with you. But the one you have to good girl them lazy. She never did a pictures, I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy R ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures R rated. Me never did a piggy R ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. I know every girl a white material. I know every girl forget the juice in my seed bag. I know every girl me trust to cook my food, now boil my tea in a tea, put the milk in the cereal. Me like a catty when me dival. When we wash for cook it clean and no fuss. When she hear me get a new girl, I know that me mean when me say me fight me demons. Multiple wife legally, no illegal. Yeah, straight, me go crazy. I know every catty can be my first lady. I know every press plus body don't pay if you plus Tatiana no fit in and no mercy. When me say, oh luxury dolly for nurse baby, a trouble when luxury dolly to no lady. So big up every girl we don't lazy. Your body big, but why your mommy donate it? I rate it. Never did a fi dress half naked. Me never did a fi give her ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a fi dress half naked. Never did a fi dress her rated. Me never did a fi give her ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She now wait pan money for reach her and donation. She make reach her man donation. 101, but he waste gal up in her for leave her man, but she stay strong. She know say them are no friends, them are haters. Them sleep with every man in the acre. Can't get nobody for stay long. And want the advice for relation. Baby no listen to no fake yo. Them can't keep a man cause them never stay true. Could do all it out and them never pay dues. Never shut them out and them wicked and cruel, eh? Bag a man a rush, but them just a get yours. Everything them have, them did a fear blows. Instagram live, them mute for the views. Baby, that I know you though. Sure, I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures rated. Me never did a piggy ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. One more.
All right. Yeah. And Shalom. Yahaba Shemir Shabakatha. Yahashima Tabashima Shai to the brothers, to the sisters out there. All right, we have another show on here tonight. All right. And we're gonna show blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? What's really taking place, you know what I mean, on this earth when it comes to, you know what I mean, us as a people. See what's going on right now across in Israel, right? In the Middle East, with Israel fighting Hamas. Israel want to fight Lebanon. Iran fighting Pakistan. The Houthis going at it with America. You understand? Like we gonna have to start to wake up. And with waking up, that means, you know what I mean, the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We all gonna have to wake up. I mean, we have a couple of stories here. We're gonna run it through, and we're gonna show, you know what I mean, we're gonna show, you know what I mean, a couple of things where black people gonna have to start, you know what I mean, basically waking up. All right. We get the first story here. Hold on. All right. We're gonna just run it until waiting for my boy K. want to come back in. All right. But until then, we can try and hold it down. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Let's share the screen. All right. This is the first story we have up here. All right. You see this first story right here. All right. Really heading here. All right. Seeking woman who physically abused girl in viral video. Now, once K1 come back, I'm gonna try and get that video for you. That video, you know what I mean, it's horrible. You know what I mean? It's real horrible. And to see the state of, you know what I mean, what black people, you know what I mean, what we in right now, the state we in right now, right? The Christian church is not doing anything to help us. The mosque is not doing anything to help us. The government not doing anything to help us. You understand? Things getting real bad. You know what I mean? Let's read that a little bit. Say investigators assigned to the Center of Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse. Right? Sisoka. Right? Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse are appealing for the woman captured in a viral video physically abusing a child believed to be her daughter to immediately report to the police. Understand? Like, we gonna have to, you know what I mean? We gonna have to do better than that. You know what I mean? We are God chosen people. Why are we abusing? You know what I mean? This woman is abusing her daughter. Why is she abusing her daughter? You understand? Is it because of the frustration she in? So the daughter ain't doing what she said to do. So guess what? She gonna physically abuse this daughter, and it goes viral. You understand? And that's to show you how they portray us in this place. Every every time it's something basically negative towards us, it goes viral. It goes viral. You understand? Every time. Now, why is that? Right? Why is that? Why is it going viral every time? Because we are here with the oppressor and with all these other nations, these heathen nations who don't care about us. And they'll wait for every, you know what I mean, for every time something wrong happened to us to just blast it out. To see these people ain't worth anything. You understand? Then here across in America with Cat Williams, you know what I mean, just going at it with these other comedians. Like, it's always a beef between us as brothers and sisters. It makes the news. It goes viral. You understand? Right? When we should be living, or you know what I mean, living different in this place. We should. All right. Let me get the, you know what I mean, scripture on it. All right. Let's see what the Lord, you know what I mean, say about it. All right. Because we goes into this Bible and we pull out the record. You understand? On how, I mean, how we should behave ourselves. Right? How we should behave ourselves. All right. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 56. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 56. Now remember, this entire Bible is speaking to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right? We're going to have to, you know what I mean, it's either we're going to come to grips with it, or the Lord going to have to make it come to grips with it. But this Bible, this entire Bible, from the front to the back, it's speaking to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. To you Blacks on that island of Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, all the Caribbean islands, and in America also too. You understand? And now we're going to read Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy, right? 28 and 1 is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. Not everybody in the planet Earth, but specifically to that nation called Israel. Right? Now listen to what Moses is going to say here. He said, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Let's just show how our sisters was. They could still be. They can still be. In all the poverty we're in. You understand? All the poverty we're in, all the hell we're going through. You know what I mean? Every day and night, waking up hungry. You know what I mean? Going to bed hungry. I mean, you know what I mean? Rainfall. You know what I mean? Water coming in your house. You live in, you know what I mean? You're living in conditions that is, you know what I mean? It's bad, real bad conditions. Right? And it's saying what? That the tender and delicate woman among you. You understand? Her eyes shall be evil. You understand? One towards the husband of her bosom. And we see that going on right now. We beefing against each other to the point where some of us, once we get that money, we don't want to go get that sister in the hood who live in the ghetto. We want to go get, you know what I mean? We want to go get the oppressor or some heathen. Same thing with brothers, same thing with sisters. Like we hate each other so much that we want to go outside. We want to go get African. We want to go get Chinese. All right? And the Lord is saying, what? An eye shall be evil towards a husband of her bosom. Evil. You name it. You name. I mean, you sit on here and ask, I type in a story about, you know what I mean, some woman doing some man evil. We all have a story to tell because we saw it growing up. You understand? Why? Because of the frustration that's in our family. Because of what? Money. I mean, no, you know what I mean? Money, number one thing. When it's bills and you have kids in the house, you know what I mean? No food to eat. There's a ton of frustration that's going to take place. Right?
One gun.
Right? And now it says, you're back on?
Gun one can, sir. So lucky about that, sir.
No, you good. You good to go. You good. Yoshikata. You good to go. Yeah. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. Right? Now just showing the brothers and you know I mean sisters out there. You know what I mean, with these stories, it's proof that we God chosen people. That we the people of the Bible. Right? And this is one of the curses that the Lord spoke about when it came to us. You understand? And the close to the end, right? And towards her son. So that woman, a tender woman, was said that this curse was going to affect the relationship she had with her husband, the relationship she had with her son,
right,
and towards who? Her daughter.
Gun.
Do you have the video to play?
Can, sir.
Right? No, you know what I mean. You all prepare yourself, right? This here is for This here is for you know what I mean, more so for educational purposes.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Cap, just give me a minute to pull it up, yeah?
Yeah, or you could put it in the chat area here, and I'll get it and I'll pull it up.
I'd have to send it from the phone. Let me just send it from the email first. Slack.
Okay. It's in my email?
No, I'll send it to the email.
Okay.
Can, sir.
All right. Says she was gonna be evil towards her who? Her daughter.
Right.
That's a prophecy. And that's Moses prophesying if we did not obey what the Lord said to do. You understand? We living in these conditions, in these, you know what I mean, these harsh conditions because we did not want to obey the Lord. So the Lord had to put us in these conditions as a form of punishment. It's like any child you have. You have a child and you tell a child, don't play with those matches. Don't play with fire. Now, if that child goes and play with fire, you understand? There's consequences that child is going to have to face. So that child knows that when you say not to do something, you mean not to do something. Especially if it means keeping them safe or keeping the people around them safe.
Right.
You understand? And now that child goes and do something against the commandment you lay down in that house, there's gonna be some problem up in there. And that's the Lord. That's the Most High. The Most High is like a father. You understand?
Can.
Best way to describe him, he's like a father. you do something that goes against what he says, coming for you. And this was one of the ways he was coming for you. He was coming for these tender and delicate women among us. Now look how these sisters, you know what I mean, growing up. Look at what's going on. I think they're going church. They're going to church. They're going to change their life. They're going to change their ways.
Gun.
But nah, they don't. They ain't change. They ain't changing. Because the church doesn't offer them or doesn't show them that way. Doesn't teach them how to change. You understand? But the church say, we're gonna come as you are. We're gonna accept you as you are. You understand? Yeah.
Slacky about that.
Nah, that's enough right there for me, brother. So no more of that. That there is, you know what I mean? That there is horrible.
Right.
You understand? That there is horrible. You understand? That there is horrible to watch. That's a woman being evil towards her daughter. You understand? Play one more time and that's it. And we, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We're gonna have to shred that up. But this Bible, you know what I mean? Boy. Yeah, that's good right there. That, you know what I mean? We don't need to show none of that again. Right. That's it right there with that. I mean, like we're gonna have to change, or else, guess what? The what do call it? The Center for Investigation of Sexual Offense and Abuse, CISOCA, they're gonna have to take your kids away from you. Right. Because you can't grow your kids up. You are not fit to be a parent if you're doing this to your child. You're not fit. You understand? Ain't no way on this planet Earth a child should have to go through that. You understand? There's ways in, you know what I mean, dealing with your kids. You know what I mean? That's why I like the, you know what I mean? I love the UPK for that. And here, you get counseling on how to deal with your kid. You have one of those, you know what I mean? You have one of those bad rock rats that want to run around. Oh, we are counseling on how to deal with that little one. You understand? And you don't, it doesn't entail abusing him or her. You understand? Does not entail that.
Right.
You understand? All right. Any more on this? And they say it's a what? It's a 14-second clip. The girl is seen on the floor while a woman proceeds to kick and stomp on her head and neck. That is ridiculous. And we're going to have to do better. As a parent, as a community, we're going to have to do better. You can't be recording this and not putting a stop to it. You understand? Put that phone down and stop and stop that. Right. You know what I mean? Because of course it's going to go viral, and now everybody going to be looking at the cameraman, the girl on the ground, and the woman doing the stomping as animals. You understand? But we're not animals. You understand? And the pastor failed to show you the way out of that frustration you're in. Because that has nothing to do with what the girl did. That is that mother being frustrated for whatever reason and taking that frustration out on that child. There ain't no problem being frustrated, but direct your frustration in the right direction. Put it in the right direction. Know that it's the oppressor, and now take it upon yourself to do what? To do what the Lord said to do. You understand? So that we could get up out of here. Christ could come back. But with behavior like this, You want Christ to come back to do what? So you'll get caught in the crossfire along with the oppressor. You think you'll be able to stomp one of the Lord children out like that, and with no consequence? Oh, hell no. That child being taken from you, and you're going to be dealt with. You understand?
Right.
All right. Any more on this?
Sir.
Okay. You wanna go to the other story? This other story here too is, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You seeing that you're okay, all these stories, you're seeing the stamp of the oppressor on it. All these stories.
Gun.
You know what I mean? Is the oppressor have something to do with it? You understand? Like there's no way, you know what I mean? There's no way these things should be taking place on the island. But when you have an oppressor who wants to suck your well dry like a parasite, you know, a parasite, you know what I mean? They just suck on you until you
Right.
had a, you know what I mean, find a way to eradicate it, to get rid of that parasite. So now that organism or that living being could, you know what I mean, could get strong. You know what I mean? With him are wrong. You know what I mean? He sucks on your, you know what I mean, on your, you know what I mean, on everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right? So you could start reading reading it.
Can, sir. This says music executive music executive Maury Elias. Afrobeat artists are better songwriters, better singers, better artists than anything coming out of Jamaica.
No. You know what I mean? No. Afrobeats, I don't care for it. To the straight up. You
Right.
understand? I do not care for it straight up. You know what I mean? If Africans love that, you know what I mean, all well and good. That's their beat. I can't vibes to Afrobeat. You know what I mean? But then you have
Right.
an oppressor, you know what I mean, who came and sucked the, you know what I mean, the music out of Jamaica, got wealthy off of it. You understand? Now he coming back and, you know what I mean, speaking, you know what I mean, speaking down on the music. You understand? I mean, I ain't go, you know what I mean? Like we gonna be debating here for days, trying to figure out which music is better. You know what I mean? When it all based on what? Opinion. Right? In my
Right.
opinion, dancehall way, way better than Afrobeats.
Afrobeat.
Way better. Reggae, way better. You understand? But because they have our oppressor who in charge of the market, he in charge of the rap industry, in charge of the pop, whatever musical industry, they in charge of it. You understand? We gonna have to find a way to start being in charge of our music. Things that deal with us, we gonna have to find a way to start being in charge of it. You understand? So no filthy oppressor can't come and tell you nothing about how, you know what I mean, some other, you know what I mean, some music from some other people, you know what I mean, better than yours. They are better songwriters. You know what I mean? That in itself is, you know what I mean, if they did have better songwriters, okay, when was Afrobeats? When Afrobeats come out? When was the claim
Right.
that it came out?
So like I first started hearing Afrobeat about 2018, 19, sir. So like
Okay, that's when it pop out on the scene and when they start pushing it. But Afrobeats, they say came, I think in the 1920s or 30s.
Okay.
Or somewhere around there. You understand? But now it's some big, you know what I mean? They're trying to push it. Why? Because it's a new market. This is all about money when it comes to your oppressor. When it comes to your oppressor, just think money.
Right.
Money, 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 money. You understand? He lives for it. He dies for it. You understand? He start war for it. You understand? He will burn cities down for it. He will unalive, you understand, nations for it when it comes to money. You understand? And Elias just find, you know what I mean, a new, you know what I mean, a new hoe. That's all. And when he's finished with it, just gonna toss it up and then say, jazz have the better what it is, the better writers, better song, whatever.
Right.
Whatever, you know what I mean, makes him rich. You understand? And this all started because of what's his name? Another oppressor, Russian.
Russian.
You understand? Like we gonna get upset when it's one thing for a thief to break in your house, you mean kick in your door, right? You mean climb through your window and steal your money, steal your culture, steal your resources from you. It's one thing he do that. But it's another thing when you let him in the front door.
Right.
You let him in the front door, right? He stole everything. He took all the money, your culture, everything. Use it up. And now you're upset by what he's saying? These two oppressors, you can't be upset now. You let them in. You let them in.
Can.
This Bible, what does the Bible say about us? Give me Deuteronomy. I think it's 4 and 6. Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 6. No, I'm not just looking at the music. I'm looking at everything. Everything. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but Cartel have a song where it's sort of poor people, right? Where he speaks about poor people. I don't know if you could get the lyrics straight. Just type in and just get the lyrics straight. And not so much
Dirty Babylon.
No. This is called Poor People. The song is called Poor People, right? No. Yeah, that could be that might be a verse in the song, all right, or a word in the song. But he was singing about how the so-called Chinese came across. I think he called the Chinese the person named Matalan. I'm pronouncing his name correct?
Caravan cancer.
Yeah, when he came across and he got he has a ton of property or land in Jamaica. And Cartel is singing about how he could come across after we forefathers done went through slavery and get more land than black people. You understand? Now you will tell me about they have better songwriters. Nah, they don't have better songwriters. They don't.
Right.
Understand? Our music, it hits your soul. You understand? Remember what did the Lord say about Benjamin? Remember what the Lord said about Benjamin?
The Lord said, "Caravan cancer, he shall raven like a wolf."
That, but there's another thing he said about Benjamin. Deuteronomy 33. Give me the first Deuteronomy. I asked for first. I think it's 4 and 6. Read that first.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore
and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations,
You understand?
which shall
Like the Lord,
can one
the, the Lord is trying to do what? He is trying to separate us from these other nations. You
right,
understand? And the only thing that could separate us, I'm not talking about us picking up ourselves and doing what Jim Jones did and taking people and cutting out a piece of land and we living right there. I ain't talking about that. I talk about separating ourselves. How we could live in Jamaica and not do what? Not celebrate Christmas. Trinidad,
right,
not celebrate Christmas. America, not celebrate Christmas. When you separate yourself from the people, from the commoners, you are separating yourself based on what the Lord tell you to do. You understand? These other nations, they could live however they want to live until Christ return. Once Christ return, this earth is going to have to follow what Christ said to do.
that's
You
right,
understand? But what separates us is the laws in this Bible, how we deal with each other. You understand? How we govern our families. You know what I mean? The community. It separates us. We don't have to leave and go to the moon or go to Mars or leave and go to Africa to be separate. We could be living right where we are right now in the ghetto, in the shanty towns,
can one
and
can,
live separate from the oppressor just by following the laws of the Bible.
right,
And that's what the Lord wants you to do. Because the laws that He's telling you to do, you are going to be looking, you're going to be looking like the wisest people on the planet Earth. You understand? You wanted to know how to deal with COVID? The Bible tells you how to deal with COVID. The Bible tells you how to deal with AIDS. With all these diseases, Bible tells you how to deal with it. You understand? The Bible tells you how to deal with your brother, with your sister,
right,
with your husband, with your wife, with your kids. Tells you how to deal with them. So now you and how to stomp your daughter out because you frustrated, you fed up of telling her
right,
to wash the dishes. You fed up of telling her to go do her work. You understand? Get in the house, put on some clothes. You fed up with her. The Bible teach you how to deal with them.
that's right.
Understand? Teach you. So read verse 5.
Can one cancer. Verse 5. Behold,
Mm-hmm.
I have taught you and judgments, even as the Lord my my God commanded me, that he should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Wherever you go to possess it, you're in Trinidad, you're in Barbados, you're in Grenada, you're in the Lesser Antilles, Greater Antilles, in Haiti, in Bahamas. The Lord wants you to do what? To obey his commandments. Wherever you go. Read on.
Can verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for there is for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sights of the nations.
Right? In the sight of the what?
In the sights of the nation.
In the sight of the nation. So now your people ain't gonna be dying from high blood pressure because we don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You understand? Certain diseases ain't touching us. AIDS will not be a part of our community if we do what the Lord say to do. Follow the marriage laws, the rules on
Right,
marriage, the rules on sex.
right,
You understand? Like the Lord knows how to build a strong and vibrant community, man. Culture. He knows how to do it. He created us. He left us with a manual. But instead, your pastor Instead of using the manual in the correct way, he uses it in a way to get rich. When that's not the job of a leader. The job of a leader is not to teach to get rich, to
God
get
one God.
money, and not worry about his congregation. The job of that preacher should be caring for those people's lives so much that he is teaching them what the Lord is saying in his Bible. No matter what. No matter if it means he gonna get blackballed or canceled. No matter what. You understand?
God one can.
Read on.
God one cancer. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
You understand? That's what the Lord wants. But now, when they look at us, they look at they be like a laughing stock to them.
Right.
This video going viral with this woman stomping out her daughter, it's nigh onto a joke to these other nations. You understand? Cat Williams and these, these other comedians, it's like a joke to these other people. Why? Because the earth is going to war. And guess what we have time to do? We have time to fight. Make fun of each other. That's what we have time to do. When this earth about to go into the Third World War, we not prepared as a people to deal with what's coming our way, if that's how we thinking. Read on.
God one cancer. You want verse 7?
Yeah, you gotta give me verse 7. Because trust me, the pastor, he ain't reading this.
Right.
He's not reading it. Because if he's reading it, then black people gonna wake up. They're gonna have to wake up. They'll be like, hold on now. The Lord's separating us from these people. Why are they trying to join us onto them? Right? Why is Murray Elias deep inside our culture, telling us how to run our business, telling us, you know what I mean? Making comments like he know anything about dancehall. I show you had 2 left foot.
Right.
You understand?
Can't
do nothing but count money.
Right.
Read.
God one cancer, verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
You understand? Who have what?
Who hath God so nigh unto them?
And you could look at black people and you could tell that the Lord is nigh unto us.
Right.
Because any other nation that went through what we went through, it would have been done. A done deal. They'd have been crushed. You understand? We went through it. And we still find ways to excel. Jamaica had the fastest man on the planet Earth. But one of the poorest countries on the earth. How the hell that happening? How the hell that happening? That ain't by chance. That's because Jamaicans are the Lord chosen people.
That's
Trinidadians, Lord chosen people. The Barbadians, the Bajans, the Grenadians. All God chosen people. Read.
God one can. As the Lord our God is in all things that we can call upon him for.
You understand? We can call upon him for. You understand? We get on our knees. Oh, we stand up. Whatever. Face the east. Raise your hand in the air and you call upon the Lord. And you keep your oath with the Lord. You keep your what's that? The contract the
Oh,
Lord made with you. You
Karawanka.
keep that. And brother, sisters, we could sit back. You like coffee, you like liquor, you like wine. We could sit back and watch these heathens go at it. You understand? You could watch the oppressor go at it right now with the Houthis. You could watch your oppressor go at it right now with Hamas and Hezbollah. Just sit back and watch a real life war game play off. And you had to lift a finger to do nothing. The Lord gonna do it. Why? Because you asked for his help. Why? Because you turned from your evil and you went and did what the Lord said to do. You became a just man, a just woman. You understand? You became that. And now the Lord gonna fight for you. Right? What story we want now? That same
The weed story.
no. That same Blackwell.
Yeah, you
Wait.
make
Oh, yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Close them pages you have up.
Sir. Yeah, you
Close
know.
them, yeah, close them pages you have up. Right. Let me play this
Can
here for you. Right. You remember this? You know what I mean? This going down in the I mean this is in the archive. To pull for a simple Negro who think he could come here and join us onto them. You understand?
Right.
Can't join us onto them. Never that. You understand? I you know what I mean? None of that. So let's hear what you have to say.
America, oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half asleep because they high as hell on stage.
Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
I was demotivated for a long time. I just felt like it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't original enough. Like it was so copy and paste. If one person made a hit record, then everybody wanted a hit record like it, to the point where everything just sounded like one long ass song on the radio. Yeah. So it just didn't really give me no justice.
So Afrobeat do a song like that, right? Afrobeat song different.
That's exactly what Afrobeat is.
Everybody on one beat.
Right.
Everybody on one
right.
beat. You understand? We have the what? I think they call it the dollar rhythm. They have a ton of rhythms. You understand? That artists go on and then they, you know what I mean, they show their skills. Right?
Them call it them call it a juggling.
A what?
A juggling.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But they on one beat.
Right.
It is so how to put it, it is so you could see it so much in that you could be in a club. Now, if you're a dancehall person, you know what I mean, or a reggae person, you could be in a club. And from the time that Afrobeat come on, you know it's Afrobeat.
Right.
You understand? You know it is. Just off of the beat. Just off of that rhythm. Just off of that vibe. You understand? And when that dance hall come on, it's a different. You know what I mean? And everybody complaining about how they're singing about guns. Man, brothers, you all sing about them guns. Them thing hard. You know what I mean? Let them hammer it. Keep the Afro beats. You know what I mean?
Right.
The soft music.
But then as the Afrobeat scene started to grow, it felt better. It gave me more energy, wanted to like, whoa. Then as that's building on the west side, on the south side, you got Piano growing, which is this equivalent to what our dance music is in Africa. Because when you take that tempo, when you take electro or electronic, it actually blends perfectly. So now we got culture on both sides of the aisle, right? That's when things started changing for me. But then, when you got artists like Black Sheriff, who I think is monster, but he's African.
Yeah.
We a little different when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah,
stage
yeah,
presence.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
in
yeah.
America, oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half to sleep because they high as hell on
Right, yeah,
stage.
yeah, yeah.
But Africa, we wake up morning like look at these YouTube clips of all these kids from Uganda and how they be,
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like these
yeah,
kids are
yeah.
performers. Like
Yeah.
so for us it comes natural, like
Slack yourself.
Come on. Go ahead.
Slack yourself, sir. If I may, you notice how him so him happy to make a distinction between Africans and us.
Yeah.
He's so happy to make that distinction. I mean, like he must say, we are a little bit different. You know what I mean? Because him know that we are different. Yeah, even though him grew up in
Yes.
the US, him know we different. Him know we are not the same people. And him feel so
Yes.
good if it be attached and you know what I mean? What the word may I look for? To be reconnected to him people, you know? And
Yes.
get away from
Yes.
us niggers. You understand? So like yes, sir.
Yes. Not just niggers, but dirty niggers. You understand? That's how they look at us,
Right.
right? He came across here and made millions off of black people.
Right.
The same black people who pants were sagging off the waist. The
Right.
same black people who he claimed to be addicts, drug addicts. You understand? Make
Right.
millions off of them. And now look. Came in here and blend in with us. He didn't dress in his African dashiki or his African native African wear. Came in and tried to blend in with us.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're bad talking us along with the so-called oppressor, which goes to show you all this have to do with is money when it boils down to the end of the day. You have Russian trying to say dancehall should unite. Why? Now who gonna lead dancehall if it unite? Who gonna get all the money if dancehall unite? You understand? Just another way of taking resources, stealing with culture, right? And then you have Murray Elias, who is just like any any pimp out there who will pimp you out your clothes and then leave you high and dry and go find somebody else to go with. Go pimp to make that money for him. You understand?
Gone.
I
And Slakia, if I
Come on.
may, sir, just you made the point earlier that it's just them moving, you know what I mean, from one cash cow to the next. And no, Russian, this is his cash cow now. So he's, you know what I mean, kind of defending it, you know?
Yes, because he has money invested and time invested in it.
God.
mean,
And Slakia,
come on.
sir, it's funny he's talking about unity in dancehall when currently him have a rhythm out now that he's basically using it to divide dancehall because there are some people that he won't let on the rhythm and there are some people that he does let on the rhythm. And when asked if he will allow some people on the rhythm, he said no because him not deal with them people. You understand? So much for uniting dancehall, I guess. So like, yeah.
Yeah, that's just for the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just for the money.
Right.
Right? Wait, you still had the cartel song up?
But they close it because you tell me for close the room or what about
Okay,
slack
no
yes.
sweat. Let me see if
Let
I
me
get it
find
here quick. I'll get here
Can one
quick.
can. Can one cancer.
Right? Oh, what we have up next?
The next story would be Salakia, the weed story.
The weed story.
Can one cancer.
All right. Let's see if I can share
And in
this right here.
can one can. In the meanwhile, remember, like, share, subscribe. This is the Breakdown Podcast. You know what I mean?
I'm straight. You know what I mean?
Can
Like,
one can.
share. You know what I mean? Because what we bringing out here, trust me, you ain't gonna hear this nowhere else.
Right.
Definitely not gonna hear this nowhere else. You can see the screen?
Can one can. Can one cancer.
All right. You want to read it for them?
Can one can. This is the lyrics to Vibes Cartel. Poor people. Poor people and song. And it says, me can't believe it. Government war fi move me. Me turn refugee in my own country. But a long, long time me I live here. So me can't go nowhere. Them really take poor people for fool. Them really take poor people for fool. Oh, Mr. Babylon, where you get that system you from? Bulldoze down poor people land. John no say me nah vote again, no sir. Cause the NP don't give a damn. Where you get that system you from? But say me live pan squatterland. True, me don't rich like Matalan, no sir. Me a born Jamaican.
You understand? Like, come
Can one
on.
can.
You know what I mean? Lyrically, you tell nobody to sit with that man. But he in
Right.
jail right now. You understand? He in jail. You know what I mean? For a crime he said, you know what I mean, they say he committed. You
Right.
understand? But you can't come and say the better songwriters, the better this, the better that. Nah. What's going on is Jamaican poor, and now you have now you're comparing it to the whole continent of Africa. So now where all the money going? You understand? And then you can't go to Africa and think you're gonna sell out a stadium like Burna Boy.
Right.
You understand? Because them Africa know you're different.
Can one can.
You understand? And no. But hopefully we brothers and them go wake up. Hopefully brothers in the music industry, they wake up and recognize that they're fitting to get pimped by men like Murray Elias and them so-called Africans, you know what I mean? Whoever over the African beat, the Afro beat, you're fitting to get pimped. You understand?
Can one can.
You know what I mean? And just keep it in mind. These heathens will do anything for money. You do not want to be caught up like that, black man, Hispanic and Native Indian. Don't let money decide how you're going to live your life. You understand?
Can one
Don't
can.
let money decide how you're going to live your life. You know what I mean? You want
Right.
money, go get it the right way. Do the right thing. But don't, you know what I mean? Don't give up your integrity for paper, for a tree.
Right.
That's what you're giving up your integrity for a tree. Come on. Do better than that. I mean, all right. What's the next story? What's the last story we have for them?
If you have time for it, the weed story.
Come on, we
Basically,
can hit them with them.
yeah, you have the video in the private chat, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you want me to play it or you want to play it?
No, I can play it. I think I have it right here. Yeah, we're right here. This one right here.
Yeah, man. So then basically make a link between smoking marijuana and psychosis. So eventually, of course, we know them eventually try to justify marijuana. But what, you know what I mean, we have been saying the whole time, and this is important for Jamaican people to know, because we have made a culture out of smoking marijuana because of the Rastafari community. You need to understand that the reason why there are so many mad people in the streets of Jamaica, everywhere you turn, is because marijuana smoking is linked to psychosis. Salakia, sir.
Let me play it now.
Go ahead, sir.
Call it is likely on its way towards legalization. But while getting people on the side to legalize the drug, it's seemingly easier than ever. A new article from the American Prospect by Robert Kuttner actually argues that when it comes to marijuana, the current status quo is the worst of both worlds. Unregulated weed cornered by capitalists, while medical use is still heavily red taped. Federal drug officials have begun moving towards reclassifying pot as a lower risk drug. At the federal level, marijuana is classified as a Schedule I drug on the same level as heroin and MDMA, which means it's a substance of high abuse potential and no.
Why? Because marijuana have a track record when it comes to crime, when it comes to toxicology report after a crime. You understand? There's a high correlation between marijuana and crime. You understand?
Right.
Let me play on.
Accepted medical use. Even with that classification, 38 states have weed legal for medicinal purposes.
But some argue that every little thing is not all right when it comes to marijuana. Increasing amounts of the chemical THC in modern weed is causing alarm, as reports of growing psychosis amongst younger users is tied to the drug. The Wall Street Journal released a chart showing that marijuana usage gave a more than 40% chance of developing permanent bipolar disorder or schizophrenia after a drug-induced psychosis episode, to which conservative commentator Sagar Enjeti quipped, "Just a plant, bro."
All right? Like, the oppressor, he knows. He knows. You know what I mean? We using marijuana to self-medicate. You understand? Some of us using it, you know what I mean, as a form of spirituality. You understand? Whichever the use, you're a drug addict. Let's face it. And now you're susceptible to what? To being psychotic.
Right.
You understand? Now you're susceptible to it. Right? Susceptible to going crazy. I mean, what you always call crazy people in Jamaica?
We call them mad people. Or madman. Madman, yeah.
You understand?
I notice it said permanent bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
And right now we have our people. Basically, some people brag even about being bipolar. Some people hear that in music, but not knowing that the weed cause it to be bipolar. You understand?
Yep. That's right. Straight. Let's see if we have any more on this again. Because they ain't gonna listen to us. We pull the Bible out on them. I was like, here we go again. Yeah, you pull this old book out on us. What? That book is 2,000 years old. Man, go sit in that corner. Well, hear what the oppressor had to say about marijuana. You understand? Your spliff.
Right.
This article in the Future of Marijuana in America is the co-founder and co-editor of the American Prospect and professor at Brandeis University's Heller School Robert Kuttner. Welcome to the show, Professor.
Great. Thanks for having me. It's just Bob.
So why don't you walk us through, rather, the current landscape with marijuana? I think most people are quite shocked that it's on the same level of heroin and MDMA. But given the recent data on how much THC is in marijuana and the quality of the marijuana that's available on the market, what do you make of, the federal laws taking this precaution of keeping it potentially as a Schedule I substance?
So here's the problem. Let me try to summarize a complicated situation. As you said, it's still classified Schedule I. Now, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, has just said that based on their study, it really should be Schedule III, which is the same as other high-powered prescription drugs. However, the Drug Enforcement Administration, which has always fought any kind of marijuana legalization, still insists that it needs to be kept as a Schedule I drug. And they actually succeeded in bottling up this report for 5 months, and it took a Freedom of Information request to pry the report loose.
All right. So now you see how Esau is, right?
So luck, yes, sir.
Esau said, go ahead.
Gone one cut.
He said what? They try to do what?
No, man, go ahead, sir. After you make a...
No, I was going to say that they try to
He's saying up. Basically them a try.
They try to do what? They try to cover it up.
Basically, he's saying that cover it up, right? Right.
Yeah. They're trying to cover the full report up on marijuana.
Right.
You understand? And the Lord have a way of making this come full circle back on his head. Remember when black people, there was an epidemic in the 80s in America with drugs. Right? I don't know if you remember that. Now in America, it's an opioid problem.
Right.
Right? You didn't want to take care of it. Why? Because it wasn't affecting the people in the 80s. Right? It was war on drugs. Same thing in the Caribbean. Like they want us so drugged up and bogged out with mind that we're going to do what? Fight and kill each other. You understand? Fight and kill each other over the drug, or we so high that we bugged out with mind that we just, we're gonna fight.
It's a luck, yes, sir.
Come on.
What I mean? How can we come together as a people if we are suffer from psychosis and bipolar disorder? You know what I mean? It's impossible. And notice what this so-called expert is trying to do is go against the systematic expert on drugs who tell you how dangerous marijuana is, because they want to justify it, you know what I mean, so that we can pick it up and smoke it. You know what I mean? When the real experts say, look, this is dangerous and it needs to be classified as a dangerous drug. You know what I mean? They want to make it seem like it is not dangerous when it is. You know, it's lucky.
No, you're right. And that scripture, I think it's in Judith. All right? That we have.
Yeah.
Right? Which shows you his sole purpose. You know what I mean? Knowing that we are the Lord chosen people. You understand? He's going to try to make this, this drug, legal and push it on us. All right? We're going to have to fight back, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We got to fight and do what the Lord said to do. Smoking weed is against God. Smoking on the whole is against God. It's a sin. It's a sin. And the Lord is, going to see you on it. whether it be lungs cancer, whether it be whatever type of cancer. You know what I mean? He is coming for you. Right? You have it?
One cancer. This is the book
Tell
of
him
Jude. This is the book of Jude, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people,
if there be any what?
If there be any error against these people,
any error against this people, us smoking weed is an error.
Right.
You understand? Us being drug addicts is an error. Us eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster is an error. Us having interracial marriages is an error. Read on.
And they sin against their God.
And they what?
And they sin against their God.
The they is the so-called Israelite, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? We sin against our God, the God of the Bible. You understand?
Right.
Go on.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
And this shall be their what?
That this shall be their ruin.
You ain't studying about fighting for Jamaicans to come out the hell they're living in. Instead, guess what? You smoke that weed and you forget. You in your mind, you're living in paradise because you're bipolar. You understand? In your mind, you understand? This is what the Lord wants me to do in your mind. While Murray Elias and Russian suck your culture from you. You high. You understand? When all these Germans come from all over the earth and come and buy up all your beaches, you high.
Right.
You're too high to see what's going on. You know what I mean? You're in the mountains smoking marijuana. While the so-called Chinese have your Blue Mountain coffee.
Right.
But you're too high to recognize. You're too high to recognize it. That you're getting robbed right in front of your eye. Come on.
Salakia, sir. While we are fighting to cultivate marijuana, the Chinese gone with the coffee.
Yeah.
You know
I'm making more money than you.
Gun.
More money than me and you, everybody on the island put together.
Right.
Ridiculous. Where's your leadership?
Right.
You understand? Where's your leadership? In times like these, you need leaders who gonna be in the trenches. You understand? Trying to get you on the right path.
Right.
There's none but one who is Commander Jerry Hannah.
That's right.
Of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, black man. You understand?
Gun.
April 20th, Commander Jerry Hannah will be hosting in Durham, North Carolina, the Lord's Passover. You understand? You know what I mean? Start saving up now. You could come on through. You know what I mean? Stop giving the weed man all that money.
Right.
You understand? Save up. Come on through. And learn how to take your culture back. You understand? Learn how to separate yourself.
Right.
You understand? From your oppressor who constantly wants to suck you dry. All right. Anything you want to say to them before we head out?
Yeah, sir. You know what I mean? That was perfectly said by you, sir. You know what I mean? Just to tell them that remember, like, share.
You know, I mean,
And
subscribe.
subscribe.
If you have questions, please leave it in the chat. This is the Breakdown Podcast here. You understand? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
This is
man.
the Breakdown Podcast where we break down the strongholds all about the children of Israel here in Jamaica. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That is it, sir.
All right, no sweat. All right. Shalom.
Yes, sir.
Israel.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom. Shalom.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the damn by King's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a